Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we've been on an emotional roller coaster because we thought we saw Nicolas Cage walking down the street, but then of course realized it is not him at all, as Nicov, playing as the blue Gurjaras, prepares to take on MbL, playing as the red Lithuanians. Now while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings with Goat and with Scout, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Gurjaras are a Civ that focuses on man's other four-legged best friends. I'm talking about horses, camels, and elephants. Gurjara camels and elephants are created faster, all mounted units deal extra bonus damage, and their camel line units and elephant archers can be upgraded to be much harder to kill with a +4 melee armor boost. Now, their first unique unit is the Shrevamsha Rider. This is a super fast, versatile cavalry unit that can actually dodge enemy projectiles, 5 for the base model, 7 for the elite model. Now, to support their mounted units against pesky things like infantry or halberdiers, pikemen, etc., the Gurjaras can actually field a second unique unit, the Chakram Thrower. This is an infantry unit that has a ranged melee attack and who throws discs like Xena Warrior Princess, and just like her discs, the ones thrown by the Chakrams can hit multiple targets at once. Now, in order for the Gurjaras to build their military, they do start the game, as you can see, with 2 extra bushes underneath the town center, which is a pretty cool sounding song title. 2 bushes under the town center. Sounds a little double entendre there as well. They can also garrison their livestock inside their mills. Take a look at the bottom left of your screen, in order to auto-generate food, which is why you'll see a lot of times Gurjara players going mill first, mill first, as opposed to the standard lumber camp first. And last but not least, the Gurjaras can actually, is he going to lose control of the zebra? The Gurjaras can actually upgrade their entire military industrial complex so that every single military unit of theirs does cost 25% less food. Now, opposing the Gurjaras, we've got MbL playing as the Lithuanians in red. Man, are they a Civ that focuses on their heavy cavalry. Their knights, their cavaliers, and their paladins all get a +1 attack bonus for each individual relic that is collected, all the way up to a maximum of 4 relics, so +4 attack for free. Now, this feature also applies to their unique unit, the Latis. This is a heavy cavalry unit whose attack actually ignores armor. Let me repeat that. It ignores armor, making it one of the deadliest, if not the deadliest, cavalry units in the game. Now, to gather relics and get that free attack boost as fast as possible, Lithuanian monasteries do work 20% faster. And to support their heavy cav on the battlefield, Lithuanian spearmen line units and skirmishers do move 10% faster and can be upgraded to get extra pierce armor to protect them against ranged units. Now, to support their robust economy and their military endeavors out on the map, each Lithuanian town center provides 100 food, and they are harder to raid because they can upgrade their town centers to get an extra +3 range, which means that in certain circumstances, their town center can actually outrange mangonels, which, as if you've ever played in Castle Age and a mangonel just pops up on the side of your base and starts shelling away at your town center, you know how annoying that can be. So that +3 range on the town center coming in real handy in the event that somebody tries to harangue you. Now let's take a look at the bases while the players both hit their stride. Our Gurjara going up to Feudal on the back of 17 villagers. Our Lithuanian on the back of 18, about 30 or so seconds behind his opponent. Gives us a little bit of time to look at the bases. By the way, MbL has already discovered where his opponent's base is. Nicov, no clue at all. Take a look at this. He has gone the complete opposite direction, but he's heading now in a southeasterly direction. Should find it no problem at all. Our Gurjara, primary gold, a little off campus, a little off to the side. Primary stone, nice and secure though. Lots and lots of lush forests everywhere. Not too bad of a wall-off situation as well, although very open here to the east, choosing to use the bushes for now. My favorite lemon bushes with the pretty blue butterflies, choosing to use those as part of the wall-off, and then creating a siphon, a funnel, not a full wall-off, so that if MbL wants to engage into this base, he's going to have to do so under town center fire. Pretty common in a map where it's not very easy to create wall-offs. MbL, on the other hand, also lots and lots of lush vegetation all the way around. But easier to wall off, I would say, right? Looks like they're easier to wall off here, easier to wall off to here. Forward portion, gold also somewhat exposed. Stone very much in a forward position. So I would say overall, location of resource here goes to Nicov with the stone in the back. As well as, you know, it's so hard to say. What do you think? This, both players, the portion of their bases facing their opponent is quite open. And you know what? I really don't like the location of this gold right underneath a hill. Makes it a little bit difficult for MbL to defend this if Nicov puts any kind of pressure on it. In any event, both players are now in feudal. Both players on exactly 20 villagers. MbL continues to circle the periphery, tries to discover what is going on. Archery range being built for our Gurjara. That is his first feudal age structure. Spearmen moving forward for our Lithuanian. Remember, take a look. They do move 10% faster. What is he building, by the way, behind this? Also archery range. Blacksmith as well. Okay, so both players, very similar builds at the moment. Our Gurjara, even though he's got identical civilian population, is lagging a little bit behind in military population. One villager needs to be reallocated, but he's getting some skirmishers out. Where is his scout, by the way? So his scout must have seen the archer to know, and the spearman. I mean, he saw the spearman here attacking the palisade. Okay, so he saw the archer, he saw the spearman. So naturally, getting out skirmishers, a pretty smart move here out of our Gurjara. I say that as if it's not a smart move. Take a look at his elo, just under 2,700 elo. I would say that's a player that knows how to make smart moves, wouldn't you? Defending is our Gurjara has a 1 villager lead, although by the time this production cycle ends, it'll be 27 Lithuanian villagers to 28. Not a huge difference, not the end of the world. The only issue I can see for Nicov, our Gurjara, is that nothing on gold yet. No villagers on gold. And I don't know that he can really secure that unless he continues to produce military. He's building his own spearman, wants to maybe contest this one scout. If that scout disappears, this entire army for MbL is basically null and void. Not much that spearmen and archers can do against skirmishers. So now that the skirmisher is out, MbL does see that, retreats behind this. I apologize. I apparently disabled the mod that shows us what buildings are being built, but we've got a stable. And he is already getting gold, although 1 villager on gold for our Gurjara. That has become 3. Where's the third? Okay, here he is. Making his way. 4 now. Okay, so players starting to bank resources somewhat. MbL a little bit ahead right up until I said that, when he started producing 2 scout cavalry and his food count went way down. But not a bad idea. Your opponent going heavy on the skirmishers. Why the hell not? Scout cavalry basically almost immune from skirmisher fire. And once those skirmishers are gone, your archers are free to engage again. Kill count 1-0 in favor of our Gurjara. First blood goes to him. Archer armor and archer. 1 more skirmisher being added. So we are seeing a nice commitment here to some feudal age aggression. Let's see who takes the better fights here. I mean, defender's advantage to Nicov. He's got this town center here to the left, so these scouts have to be careful not to engage. But the usual lesson, whenever you use a resource as part of a wall off, beautiful pick off of an archer, by the way. Anytime you use a resource that's part of a wall off, it basically means that your opponent can nullify that resource with some ranged units, which is exactly what's happening here. Very ballsy villager dropping off her food here at this mill, not realizing, hey, wait a second, there's archers here. Is there a gap? Is that why he's doing this? Or is he just going to give up on the mill? Oh no, and remember, this is the Gurjaras. There's 8 animals inside of here. If he can get this to 20%, another 100 HP, and those animals are going to have to get evicted. They are going to get their form, their notice from the landlord saying, get the hell out, and they have to leave. And he loses 4 goats. Oh, no. This is like some tale out of the Bible, where this person traveled here and made a pit stop at a mill and saw some goats and took the goats. Very, very biblical turn of events here. 6 goats taken for MbL. Not too sure if he's going to waste time, you know, harvesting. What do you want to call it? Harvesting the goats? Eating the goats? Killing the goats? Archer pops out. Archer dies immediately, but in order to fire, the archers have to stop. And when they stop, the skirmishers are all up in their business, although inside the minimum range are the scouts. And our Gurjara here doing the best that he can, but taking a very bad trade. Army supply down to 2, but this is basically the entire army of MbL. There's one more military unit. There he is. We'll see if he actually decides to take these goats. We're at the 20-minute mark of the game. Not exactly a time when you want to allocate villagers to goats when you can avoid it. That being said, free food is free food. If you've ever had pizza day in your school, you know free food is free food. And you never say no to some free food. Especially in the form of pizza. Especially maybe goat kebabs. Oh, sour turn of events here for our Gurjara. Has he he rebuilt the mill. Or rather, built a mill here in the backwards position. 2 of those goats go there. I wonder why he didn't just ungarrison the goats earlier on. Look at the HP on this camel scout. 1. Okay, both players heading up to castle. Our Lithuanian very much ahead. 6 goats still around. I'm going to keep an eye on these goats. Our Lithuanian's starting to wall off his base, which tells me he is going to try to put on some kind of aggression. Doesn't want to get sideswiped by his opponent. His vision is fantastic, by the way, is MbL's. Sees everything. I would love it if he just had a unit here patrolling. Look at the remains of the battle from earlier on. Army supply 9 to 6. That being said, our Gurjara is going to hit castle with a lot of villagers. 5 villagers ahead. Secondary wall off being built for him. He does not want to be breached. This is potentially, by the way, a very interesting matchup where you have one Civ who needs a monastery. Ark of the Covenant tells us, oh, look at it being lowered into its secret compartment. One Civ that needs relics to get a +4 attack boost to its heavy cavalry units, and one Civ who has camels that do extra bonus damage and can be upgraded to get +4 melee armor. So one does +4 extra attack, one can have +4 melee armor. Do they cancel each other out? I guess it depends on the micro, I guess on the quality of the other upgrades. I hope we're in for a super fun 4-legged, how do I put this? I guess I could use the word mounted, but that's kind of, you know, boring, and everyone uses the word mounted. I have to be a little different. So I'm going to say, let's hope we're in for a nice 4-legged battle. For now, a lot of 2-legged battles as these crossbows with +2/+1 circle the perimeter. But Shrevamsha's the bane of every archer civilization. If they were elite, these 7 crossbows would not be able to touch them. But for now, they are not elite. This is just a base model, so only 5 arrows dodged per Shrevamsha. You love to see it. Plus, take a look at their speed, 1.6. And that's not even fully upgraded. Here we go, 3 of them. The only issue with the Shrevamshas is their weak attack, only starting at an 8. And there are a lot of crossbows here with the high ground. So they are going to make quick work of these Shrevamshas. Oh, one does manage to escape. Oh no, Shrevamsha versus Knight. This is not an... this is not a fight that Shrevamsha was designed to take. But 6 crossbows with 3 kills on them are moving out. Will he be able to reach the gold? Oh, yes, he does. And now the primary gold of the Lithuanians is being nullified. Already 1 relic gathered. Has he seen the... let's see how many relics our Lithuanian has seen. So he's seen 1. Oh, lucky catch here, right at the edge of his vision. This is not a relic. This is just a fight. So he hasn't seen the one to the south. He hasn't seen the one to the north. And he hasn't seen the one up here. 1, 2, 3. But he has seen this one. So 3 remain unseen. 1 remains seen. Our Gurjara has seen the ones that are closer to his base. So will he try to deny relics? He is going up to 2 monks. Pikeman upgrade for our Lithuanian as well. Camels with their progressively higher and higher attack bonuses. Remember the good old days when it used to be a fixed extra bonus damage? Now it's 20, 30, 40. So now that he's in castle, it is 30% more attack bonus, which is why I said we're in for a potentially super duper fun matchup here. Although I say that and not a single mounted unit being built, trained, created for our Lithuanian, who is instead going pike and skirmisher. I don't hate it. You know, as a caster, you want to obviously catch the most exciting game. Look at the HP. Horrible horseshit HP. Between the two of them, they have enough to buy to make a phone call. 28 HP. My God. As a caster, you want to see as exciting as a game as possible. Which, in this case, in the matchup of Lithuanians versus Gurjaras, you might... Oh, look at them tethering their camels to the slow-ass monk. Look at this. What's the point of this? Means heavy cavalry versus camels. But instead, what are we seeing? We are seeing pike and skirmishers versus monks and shravamshas and a armored elephant as well. So he is just going to try to bust in. He's probably, if I had to guess, he's going to target the monastery. But there's monks here. Support will be very hard, I think, for the Gurjara, especially with just one elephant. Let's see it, though. This is it's a decent-sized army. Bit of a hodgepodge of everything. 4 camels, 2 crossbows, 2 shravamshas, and again, tethered to the monk, making the move incredibly slow. Not too sure what the point of that was. Okay, good to know some of my predictions do come true. Our Gurjara, by the way, behind all this, has already taken a relic for himself. It looks like a few of the relics out on the map are being taken by him. Beautiful. In a game where your opponent needs relics. So if you're playing against, let's say, obviously the Lithuanians like we see, if you're playing against the Aztecs, even the Burgundians who get extra food for their relics, the name of the game is deny, deny, deny. I wonder if MbL is just playing mind games here. 40 chess with his opponent, pretending like he's going for relics, garrisoning 1 relic. No, he is actually going for relics. I thought maybe it's, a 40 chess move where he's pretending to go for relics, but in reality, what he's doing is switching into some kind of infantry ranged army, which is potentially the worst thing you can do against Gurjaras, right? The infantry will get demolished by chakram throwers, and the ranged will get demolished by shravamshas. That being said, for all my talk of demolishing this, demolishing that, it is our Lithuanian with his very slow, a little bit faster than normal, but still very slow bipedal army that is taking the military lead here. 41 kills to 40, so basically identical kill count, but army supplies 21 to 6. He is housed at 100 very briefly. Our Gurjara, king of the hill castle. Let's see what he builds out of this. Chakrams, I'm hoping, now that he's seen the pike play. Oh, beautiful shot by the Mangonel. MbL has to be careful here. Nicov proving himself to be quite the attack grounder. There they are, chakram thrower. As our Xena warrior princess unit. A 5th town center for our Lithuanian. Our Gurjara up on 3 does have a 5 villager lead. And by the way, why are you not destroying these towers? These outposts, rather. They see that the monastery has been rebuilt. Now there's 2 relics inside. That doesn't really matter. Still no heavy cavalry units at all. Chakrams. You might think, why is everyone loving chakrams when they attack on a 4 with a base of 3? And even in the elite one, their base is a 4 attack, which in this game, for an infantry unit, is pretty damn bad. Well, let me introduce you to something called pass-through damage, where if you clump enough of them, they're like a rambai, where individually they don't really seem to do that well. But then once you clump, once you have a whole bunch of them, they will mow down through an infantry army like blades of grass. And he is going up to 7. And here we go, our Lithuanian. Are we going to see Lechai out of here? Was this all? No! We missed the lion attack and the lion kill. Very far off campus town center here. Will our Lithuanian somehow suss this out? I mean, obviously not. It hasn't been built, but the villagers are heading that way. Town center goes down, but so does the vision of our Gurjara, who's now no longer able to see what's coming directly at him. And what's coming directly at him is 7 Lechai. Oh yeah, baby. This is what we live for. With 2 relics. Take a look when they pop out. There's one at the top right of your screen. He's got Forging, which means his melee units are +1. But because he's got 2 relics, once this Lechai, these Lechai, or this one Letis pops out, there it is. Take a look. He's going to have a +3 attack. Look at that. And that ignores armor, so every single poke of that lance does 16 damage. Get the monk, get the monk. Go after the monk. Go after the monk. Oh, too little, too late. Oh, no. How sour is that? Chasing. What's the song? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't go chasing mangonels. Please stick to the monks that you're used to. Oh, that was a sour loss there for MbL, losing 2 Lechai right off the bat. Ugh. But does he care? He's got 8 more total in the production tab. And here we go. Let's see some pass-through damage. Oh god. Not too sure why he decided to throw away that Travamsha rider. Now blue, take a look at this train heading down to the southeast of the map. Here we go. Let's hope MbL learned his lesson here. Yes, he did, going straight for that monk, getting it immediately, like literally like a blade of grass. We've got a game on our hands all of a sudden, even though army supplies are quite small for the 37-minute mark of the game. Both players heading up to Imperial Kshatriyas for our Gurjara, which means that these Travamshas are going to be, actually, their price is going to be manageable. We've got Mr. Rogers' neighbor castles being built. Kshatriyas, in case I didn't explain why I was so excited, that's the upgrade that makes all Gurjara units, military units, cost less food, which is amazing because a Travamsha rider does cost 70 food, 30 gold. So having that extra 25% discount does help a lot. By the way, where are the goats? Did he actually eat the goats? Oh, he must have. I'm going to try to find them and put a picture in picture, so by the time you hear me questioning where are the goats, we'll have seen it picture in picture. And you might be wondering, why the hell is there a picture in picture of villagers eating goats? And the answer is because you're on you're watching Cast of Empires, and that's the kind of stuff we do here. Lithuanian moving out with more villagers. Now we've got ourselves a game. 20 Lechai being built. Our Gurjara might be investing a bit too much in chakrams. Their bonuses are infantry related. They are not cavalry related. Take a look at this. Cavalry 0, Camel 0, Eagle Warrior 1. Not exactly a unit we expect to see in this matchup. But never say never. You know, there might be a glitch in the Matrix. We might see an Eagle Warrior. Lechai moving out. They are now at a +4 because he did get iron casting, but the Lithuanians do not get blast furnace. That would just be way too unfair. So now he is capped out. He no more relics for him. Our Gurjara has pinched the other 3 on the map. 2 stables being built. What are you? You are a monk looking for a relic. Good luck with that. There are none left. Oh, these Lechai are going to wreck these chakram throwers. Again, you're attacking on a 4 against a unit that has 3 melee. So every throw of this disc does literally 1 damage. And even with the pass-through, 1 damage on a unit that has 120 HP. Heavy camels coming out. Light cavalry. Look at our Lithuanian. 53 villagers on food. 1,300 food. Is he just going to tech switch? Is he going to say, screw the heavy cavalry? Remember, Lithuanians are, they have, oh my god. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my goodness. Winged hussars. Them and the Poles are the only 2 civilizations in the game that have winged hussars, which are tankier, stronger than hussars. They have a bigger bonus against monks and gunpowder. Oh, looks like there was a bit of a battle here, and this is what I was looking for. This is exactly what I was looking for. Camels with extra bonus damage against Lechai that ignore armor. What an absolute bloodbath. Looks like they cancel each other out. Only +1 melee armor on this Gurjara heavy camel. which means no Frontier Guards upgrade. That's the one that adds +4 melee attack, +4 melee armor. We'll see if we get that. Getting Husbandry, getting Chain Barding armor. So, oh, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Ostriches watching everything. Heads are no longer in the sand. They want to watch the bloodshed. These are sick ostriches. Oh. Look at how little damage these guys do to this unit. Barracks going down 3, 4 trebs. Tower shields also going up for our Lithuanian, which means these, where are they? Halberdiers. I don't know why it took me here when I clicked the Halberdiers. There they are. Extra pierce armor for them. Extra pierce armor for the skirmishers, which he has 15 of. Okay, so he's been babysitting his skirmishers quite well this entire game. Or rather, +2. What am I talking about? Not +1 pierce armor, +2 pierce armor for these units. And they are not fully upgraded. They have 8 pierce armor. Oh man, what a fun matchup to watch. If only these were Bohemian Halberdiers that did extra bonus damage against camels. I mean, I guess there's no extra bonus damage against Spearman line, right? Building, Camel, Cavalry. Oh, I guess it's in alphabetical order. I didn't really have to read it from the start to finish. Oh, no! The siege has begun. Our Gurjara is under attack. I thought there was going to be a tech switch because of the light cav upgrade. Boy, was I wrong. He is continuing to build. Lechai going up to 66. Halberdiers is our Lithuanian. Remember, they do move faster, but these chakrams are going to mow them down. Let's watch. Carnage unfolding. Camels providing a bit of a meat shield once they can get through these halberdiers. With the 15 chakrams in the back, they will be able to swarm over these skirmishers, but for now, that doesn't happen at all. The spearman line unit's enough to destroy these camels. Oh man, 7 trebs for our Lithuanian. He is busting out of the contain in a big, grand fashion. Army supply 54 to 39. Villager supply only 13 difference in favor of our Gurjara, who is now sitting on an equal amount of town centers, by the way. This castle is on a hill. Our Gurjara out of stone. Where's his one converted Latis? Going for the bombard, getting the bombard. Oh, things are going from bad to worse here for our Gurjara. Did he invest too much in chakrams? He's getting more heavy camel upgrades. He's getting infantry. Interesting infantry upgrades for these chakrams. Let's see what happens here. If he can bust through the spearmen, he's going to be able to decimate these skirmishers. Oh, why aren't you using your camels? Why aren't you using these camels? Why are they just hanging out here? What are you waiting for? And now he's only using 4 of them? Okay. And here come the winged hussars. Here come the winged hussars, 3 of them. This is going to be very bad for our Gurjara. His base is not built to counter raiding. His base is very open. Completely open. There's a lot of areas that these winged hussars can raid. 100 HP, so tanky, but the first 3 come out, the first 3 die, and for now our Gurjara is pushing this back. Again, does have the villager lead, so is able to rebuild, replenish his army much quicker. Random ostrich, oh my god! Oh my god, what the hell are you doing? Look at him charging, it's a Gurjara ostrich! Look at him charging into the battle! Oh my god, look at him navigating. Look at him navigating the battlefield. Forget the skirmishers, forget the camels, forget the winged hussars. What the hell is this ostrich doing here? Oh my god. Oh, this game is so bonkers. Okay, halberdiers are going to be able to push this back. Now hand cannoneers, 5 of them only, but still, oh, very aggressive move out from the bombard cannon. Immediately regrets that. Ostrich says, I'm getting the hell out of here. I want no part of this. MbL supply maxed out at 200. 37 of that is in skirmishers. Extra pierce armor. Movement speed up beyond the average. Action happening everywhere on the map. Lithuanians, halberdiers defending. What's the four pierce armor on these chakrams? I mean, they're pretty much immune, right? These guys attack on a 7. No bonuses against chakrams. So 7 minus 4 is 3 damage. These guys have 50 HP, which means what? 17 shots? 17 skirmishers to one shot a chakram thrower. Okay, winged hussars defending. Third castle, or maybe fourth castle now under siege. Very aggressive. MbL wants control, domination of this center position. His villager count is slightly ahead, but there's a bombard here slowly working its way from treb to treb, although stopping for a little detour here to attack the castle. Is he going to get one final ball off? Yes, it does. Does destroy the treb. MbL's treb count has gone from 7 to 1. Nicov has enough stone to repair this against one treb for a very long time. Chakram's doing what chakrams do, mowing down clumps of units. Yikes. How many kills on these? He's babysat these pretty well. 104 kills. Are you kidding me? Babysitting award going here to Nicov for these 104 kills. Chakram, but right as I say that, one chakram with 16 kills does die. And with that, the kill count is lowered. But we saw the 104. We know it's 104. Where are you going, Bombard Cannon? And now I'm starting to fear for our Gurjara. I mean, 13 winged hussars, 59 villagers on food. He needs to raid, does Blue. I mean, he sees this. He's got the outposts here. If he doesn't raid, he's going to be the one who's raiding. And like I said, his entire economy is not built for defense. Look at this. This is all open. This is open hunting season against an opponent that has winged hussars. Nicov, though, firmly focused on the center on the map. Losing a castle, it collapses on itself, melts into the sand. Another castle under siege. MbL has gotten his treb count back up to 4, and look at this. This is what I was talking about. This is not a base built to defend raiding. Oh, winged hussars. Winged hussars, such a pain in the ass if you can get them in a good enough number. But for now, a Lithuanian going skirmisher and spearman. Halberdier, not spearman, but his castle is under attack. He's got 300 stone. MbL has... Nicov also has 300 stone. But 2 trebs to the right, only 1 treb to the left, and now it's under attack. Oh, why are the villagers not repairing? Why are the villagers not repairing? Why were they not repairing that treb? Maybe he was focused here. Our Gurjara now doing some raiding of his own. Villager count 141 to 123. Economic kills. Take a look. Our Lithuanian has killed 70 villagers. Our Gurjara, though, does not have the time or the resources to upgrade his light cab to hussars. Why is he running away with the chakrams? Look at this. You have enough to mow these guys down. Meat shield accomplished its task. Those halberdiers are gone. 19 remain. Army supply double for our Lithuanian. And he continues to push forward. Winged hussars underneath the town center. Look at this. 6 pierce armor. Basically means they don't care about your garrison town center. Oh, you'll lose another bombard? Oh, that's so sour if he does. Those are not cheap units. And at this stage of the game, every penny counts. Look at the halberdiers being mowed down. And yeah, not surprised. Not surprised. He just lost something like 20 villagers while we weren't looking. Did he garrison? Yeah, he garrisoned when they were when he was under attack, I guess, and left him to get rid of the outposts. Did he ever get no, the range is still just 6. Yeah, I think our Gurjara realized he's got a good amount of resources. 888 food for those of you who think that's a lucky number. That's pretty funny. But 17 army supply, 15 chakrams are not going to do anything against winged hussars. Again, these guys don't benefit. Remember, the Lithuanians focus on their heavy cavalry. These guys don't benefit from the 2 relics that he's got in his back pocket. And so their attack is capped out at 11, which means that, I mean, camels with their bonus attack of 25 would do a good job. He's got enough resources for a good amount of camels to at least try to take this down. The problem for him is once these chakrams die, and look at them, they're surrounded. There's five winged hussars here ready to pounce. And believe me, I think 5 winged hussars win this battle handily. This is 3 armor against a 6 attack. And they've got 100 HP, so 34 shots needed to kill 1 hussar. Once this is gone, and it looks like, in my opinion, it is about to be gone, his entire army dies. This bombard is going to die. The first one looks like he already died. And MbL just tech switching into these hussars. Okay, 23 in the production tab. That's what I thought he was going to do earlier on. But I guess he waited. By the way, I love this map vision for Nicov. Look at this map vision. He sees everything that's going to come out of our Lithuanian player's base. He just needed a bit more vision here to the north. And it would have just been absolute perfect map vision. But in any event, once those hussars showed up, it was GG. Does he have any sources of gold? Yeah, he's got a bit more gold. But like I said, look at this base. Does this strike you as a base that is built to withstand raiding? Completely open here. Villagers can run away to a town center, a tower, let them stay there. As long as they stay there, they're not gathering resources. And if they come out, they're going to get gunned down by Lechi and winged hussars. This base also, in a quick second, is going to be defunct. Oh, sorry about that. I think there was a glitch in the in my recording software. But in any event, I think once the winged hussars came out, it was basically a countdown for Nicov. Either one of 2 things needed to happen. He needed to secure his base a little bit better. This is way too open. His villagers way too exposed. Or he needed to build a counter army. How many stables does he have, by the way? Let's zoom out. 8 stables, not terrible. Our Lithuanian, only 4. So actually 8 stables is pretty damn good. The problem is he's got MbL bearing down on him. He's losing his chakrams, as we were talking about a second ago. And there's just nothing that he can do to respond immediately. And these town centers, look at this. This is already capped out at 15 villagers inside, which means that all of these villagers, how many? 17, 18, 19 villagers are all exposed, not including these ones. Wow. And so the second I think the hussars came out, the winged hussars, it was just a little bit too much, and he saw the writing on the wall. 94 chakrams, love to see that. 256 halbs as well. Decent game, decent APMs for both players at around the early stage of the game for Nicov. Later on, but halfway through the game for MbL. Relics playing not a huge role, only about a 900 gold difference here, but take a look at the resources. A huge difference in all of the resources. My goodness, what a disparity in all of them. Look at this, 14,000 or so difference in wood, 8,000 or so difference in food, 7,500 difference in gold, and 2,500 difference in stone. Wow. You don't see that very often. You don't see a lot of huge disparities swinging both ways. Kill counts are also fantastic. Our Gurjara has killed 517. Not a surprise when his opponent is going halberdiers and skirmishers. Our Lithuanian for his team has killed 367. Although take a look, 101 of those are villagers. So I think our Gurjara just saw the writing on the wall, realized, wait a second, I can't both secure my base with the micro that is required for that and build a counter army and at the same time fight this army when, by the way, all of my castles are down. This castle to the south, the castle here to the north, the castles that were ringing MbL's base are also gone. Oh, look at this. He tried to take as much gold as he could. Not a bad job, actually, getting more than half the gold in that gold mine. but ultimately just did not have the time to react, even though he has a decent amount of resources. Not going to say the best, but decent amount of resources. Has the infrastructure, which I like. The 8 stables, fantastic, but just didn't have the time or the you know, maybe if he had 2 heads and 6 arms, he could do it. But with 1 head and 2 arms, it's a little bit too much to try to expect a million different things to happen at once, especially now that the hussars are here. The winged hussars, by the way, what a beautiful unit. And MbL swarming over the Gurjara army gets the big W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.